All right, going to look at Texas quarterback Arch Manning. Look at 3 reasons why Arch could break out in 2025. Besides being like the top-rated quarterback out of his class, besides being this quarterback with all this talent, all this hype around him, let's look at 3 actual reasons as it relates to playing the quarterback position, why he could break out in 2025. And hopefully for Texas fans, you hope that breakout comes in week 1 against Ohio State. So we're going to look at Arch Manning. We have maybe 4 or 5 clips of film we're going to look at here in a second as well, or here in a few minutes, that hopefully demonstrate the strengths we're talking about. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Key number 1, or strength number 1, his deep ball ability that he showed last year. Now, the offense was different, right, when Arch was in compared to when Quinn Ewers was in. Arch was 8 of 19 on balls thrown 20 yards or more downfield. That's only with 2 starts and maybe a little over half against UTSA, and then some garbage time against Colorado State and some package plays, against A&M and Georgia. For perspective, Quinn only had 12 of these completions during the whole season last year. Now, he did miss those, 2.5 games, but Arch had 8 and Quinn had 12 before the playoffs started, so during the regular season. Again, the offense was much different. We're not here talking about Quinn. The offense was much different with Quinn than with Arch, but I think we'll show the deep ball ability. Arch showed it off of play action. He showed it on the run using his athletic ability, and he showed it on straight drop back passes. And these are more than just deep balls. These are more than just bombs. These are like legit throws being ripped downfield, 20, 25-yard posts, not just bomb routes here. And this will lead to underneath stuff too. So I think that's that's one of the main reasons why Arch, could break out in 2025. He showed the deep ball ability, and I think it can really expand the offense. You can build on the offense because of Arch's ability to push the ball downfield. Key number 2, the ability to fit the ball into tight windows. And if you've heard us talk about Arch before, you've heard us speak about this fact that he doesn't have to have guys schemed open. He can throw guys open, at least what he showed last year. And so, if he can continue to do this consistently, he could definitely have a huge breakout season. So it's the ability to throw guys open without having to be schemed open. They don't have to be designed open. Sark's offense schemes guys open a lot, so it makes him so good. It's a quarterback-friendly offense, which a quarterback wants. But when the defense takes away these schemed open throws, your guy's going to have to throw open your receiver. So we saw him do that in limited playing time last year against not great competition, admittedly. But if he can do that, if he can throw guys open against Ohio State, against Georgia, when they go and play Florida, he has a big chance of breaking out. And then the last key, something that again is different than Quinn's strengths, and that's his athleticism. We saw some design runs last year in some pretty big games. Obviously, the touchdown against A&M. We saw him get in other games as well, just as like a package guy. But even whenever he did start those games, or start those few games, you saw the offense change a little bit, but utilize his legs and athleticism a bit more. So not even just running the ball, but I think you can see some kind of creative throws on the run, some more unique plays. He had 4 rushes last year of 10 or more yards. Now, he's not going to be some guy who you're going to center the offense around running-wise, but it's a threat defenses are going to have to take into consideration. So we got like 4 or 5 clips that demonstrate these 3 keys of why Arch could break out. And there's many more reasons. Texas is damn good. A lot of people are going to help him, but Arch has to go out and do it. And so I think if he can do these 3 keys consistently, if he can demonstrate his athleticism, if he can fit the ball into tight windows, throw guys open, and if his deep ball ability is as good as it was last year in limited playing time, Arch could obviously be one of the best, if not the best, quarterback in college football this year. So we'll go ahead and look at a few clips. It's broadcast footage. If y'all have watched the channel last year, y'all know I have to slow it down. I do apologize. It's not the best quality. It's not a true film breakdown, but I think it demonstrates his strengths and what he has to do consistently to break out this year. So let's go ahead and finish the video with these 4 or 5 clips. So here we got Arch Manning. Again, this is going to be slowed down, so if it kind of bothers you to watch the slow motion video, either just turn off the video now or maybe minimize it. But these first 2 clips is demonstrating Arch Manning's deep ball ability. This is against Mississippi State. It's right before the half. Mississippi State has battled here. We're going to see Arch throw a deep ball for a touchdown. So this is an example of throwing from the pocket. You got pressure coming in. He's going to take a hit right here, and he's still able to make a really nice, accurate throw downfield here. Again, against Mississippi State, he was 8 of 19 on balls thrown 20 yards or more downfield. Now the receiver has a step or two. It's still a really nice throw here. I think we're going to see more shots downfield just because of Arch's ability and Arch's makeup as a player is probably just a little bit different than Quinn. Quinn strong in his own right, and then Arch has different strengths as well. And here's a throw off of play action. Again, we talked about the ability to throw deep balls off of straight dropbacks and off of play action, which we'll probably see often in Sark's offense here. So eyes already downfield. Again, against UL Monroe, this is a deep shot here, though. This is an impressive as a throw, regardless who you're playing against any competition. Now, he's got plenty of time, which is nice compared to taking a shot against Mississippi State, but plenty of time in the pocket. Sorry, this footage is not fantastic by any means. It's kind of blurry. That's a deep ball, hits his receiver, sets them up nicely inside the 20-yard line there. So 2 examples of Arch pushing the ball downfield, of Arch having success on deep throws. So the success, I think we're going to see more and more often. I wouldn't be surprised if he is one of the top quarterbacks in the SEC as it relates to completions 20 yards or more downfield. But I think it's going to open up some more unique, creative stuff underneath here. All right, key number 2, the ability to fit the ball into tight windows or to tight spaces. We're going to see the ball is going to come out right here to this receiver. He's not open by any means, but this is an example of Arch having to throw open your receiver, the ability to fit the ball in the tight windows. When the receiver is not schemed open, when the defense takes away that receiver, can you throw your guy open like you have to do on Sundays? And the answer last year was yes. Now we're going to see that this year. And again, there's no space. He's not technically open, right? Maybe you got an open guy here if you want to nitpick a little bit. But he's still able to throw the ball where only his receiver can catch it and throw his guy open for a first down right there. Now we're going to see right off the bat against Ohio State, if he's able to do that. If Ohio State takes away open receivers, if Ohio State takes away the scheme guys that Sark is planning probably already to put in there, can Arch throw his receivers open? We'll see week 1. Then key number 3 is just his athleticism. This is the touchdown run against Texas A&M. This was a touchdown, right? 4th and 2. He had that little package, came in a few times, against A&M, against Georgia, I think some, just kind of as your package guy. But his athleticism, we're going to see more quarterback design runs, more quarterback design plays. I truly think so. No, maybe I'm wrong because I'm not in the building and I'm just kind of some guy on YouTube guessing and talking. But I think we'll see it at times. I wouldn't be surprised to see it more in the bigger games, the games where you need to pull out all the stops. Maybe it's when you go to Florida, when you go to Georgia, or when A&M comes to town. I think we'll see Arch running the ball a bit more here. And even besides the design players, I think we can see his athleticism on display. This is Colorado State. I think it's a touchdown run. But seeing some passes on the run, seeing some unique ability to make plays like this, kind of go off script, we'll probably see more than what we saw with Quinn last year. Again, this is just he's running, he's just athletic as hell, finds his guy, makes a pitch for a touchdown here. So just to wrap this up, I think his deep ball ability, I think that opens up underneath throws. And key number 2, I think the ability to throw guys open. The receiver doesn't have to be open for it to be a completion, making Sunday type throws. And key number 3, his athleticism, not just from the ability for the offense to kind of implement at times, but his ability to go off script, his ability when the defense has everything covered, when they're about to get pressure, his ability to escape pressure, escape the pocket, and make a nice play like we're seeing right here. So Texas fans, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Arch Manning? Obviously, everyone's really high on him. There's a ton of publicity, ton of hype. Hopefully, we hit it in a little bit different way where we actually just talked about the quarterback position and kind of what he brings to the table. But I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What you think of Arch Manning? What you think he needs to do? Why do you think he can have a good season in 2025? And again, this is broadcast footage, so if it's not your favorite, I apologize. But we put out SEC quarterback content throughout the entire season. We're starting to do more and more content as the season gets close. So if you like SEC quarterback content, we do a lot of Texas QB content as well. So feel free to subscribe, like the video, share, all that stuff. It helps us grow. We'll see you next time. Peace.